The message arrived while I was standing in the kitchen, the house quiet, the kettle screaming like it knew something I didn't. You weren't invited to dinner. My wife doesn't want you there. No greeting, no explanation, just a door slammed from the other side of a screen. I read it once, then again. I didn't spill the tea. I didn't sit down. I didn't call him. I typed one word, okay. Then I opened my laptop and erased their future. I remember when he used to text me photos of cracked walls and leaky ceilings. Don't worry, Mom, I'll fix it. I just need a little help. I helped, quietly, consistently. Down payments, installments, furniture, taxes, 174 receipts, saved like prayers I never expected to be answered. I wasn't buying bricks, I was buying peace, a place for Sunday dinners, a chair at their table. I met his wife years ago. She smiled too fast, asked too many questions. She called me Mom with a voice that practiced in mirrors. At first, she thanked me, publicly, loudly. Later, she stopped looking at me when I entered a room. Then she started rearranging the table so there was no seat left. I noticed the shift the way you notice a storm, by the silence first. The changes came dressed as small things. A birthday dinner moved without telling me, a family group chat muted, my suggestions treated like interruptions. I told myself I was imagining it, that love doesn't always look loud, but love doesn't erase you. The proof came softly, a forwarded message he didn't mean to send. Her words, clear, surgical. She's controlling. This house is ours now. She needs boundaries. Boundaries. Funny word for someone who paid for the walls. I stared at the screen until the shock hardened into something useful. I didn't cry. I counted. I've learned that revenge is wasted on screaming. It belongs to the patient. That night, I opened folders I hadn't touched in years. Agreements, transfers, notes he signed without reading because he trusted me, because I was Mom. The house wasn't a gift. It was a loan. Documented, deferred, conditional. They forgot that I raised him, that I taught him how to read fine print. They forgot who taught him patience. I didn't confront them. I didn't warn them. I canceled every scheduled payment with a calm finger and a steady breath, deleted 174 receipts from my phone, but not from the cloud. I sent copies to my lawyer instead. Then I waited. The calls started 2 days later. Missed calls at first, then messages. Everything okay? The bank says, Mom, can you call me? I let the phone ring. Silence can teach faster than lectures. When I finally agreed to meet, I chose their house. I wanted to see the place I built without a seat for me. They sat across from me, stiff, her hand on his knee like a claim. She smiled, too fast. I spoke slowly, carefully, explained the cancellations, the clauses, the timeline. Her smile cracked first. He looked at me like I was a stranger who knew his secrets. You can't do this, she said. I leaned back. I already did. She tried anger, then tears, then reason. He tried guilt, childhood memories, my name. I let them exhaust themselves. Then I slid the printed receipts across the table, all 174, neatly organized. This house, I said, was never yours without me. The realization landed in stages, mortgage recalculations, legal exposure, the social embarrassment of explaining why the payments stopped. They weren't losing a house, they were losing the illusion of independence built on my silence. For the first time, she looked at me directly, not as an obstacle, as a threat. I didn't raise my voice when I stood to leave. I didn't demand apologies. I said one thing. You taught me where I stand. I'm adjusting accordingly. Outside, the air felt lighter, like a room after furniture is removed. Weeks later, my son came alone. No rehearsed speech, no armor. He didn't ask for money. He asked for forgiveness. I listened. That was my final act of control. I love you, I told him, but love doesn't mean erasing myself to be tolerated. I didn't restore the payments, I renegotiated them, on my terms, with distance. Some doors once closed become walls for a reason. Now when I sit alone at dinner, I take my time, I eat slowly, I breathe easily. Betrayal didn't break me, it reminded me. I was never powerless, I was patient, and patience when sharpened cuts deeper than anger ever could.